Hello there, Marlin Railroaders. Welcome to the Georgia Sunbelt. Your host, Anthony, here. This March update is going to mainly focus on some scenery. A couple of areas I tried to update. One is the bridge area going into my aggregate business that's been sitting dormant for, well over a year. Another is a sloped area that I tried to create some Georgia red clay seam. I'll show you the techniques I used and the products I used, and I'll let you guys be the judge of how it came out. I think it came out pretty good. So sit back and enjoy. Going to begin this segment with the bridge leading up to my cement aggregate business. The inspiration came from this photo I found on the web, and didn't try and duplicate it, but just an idea. I scratch built this particular bridge about a year or so ago, and as you look at it, the bridge is not really over weathered. The next picture coming up will show you a picture I got from the Georgia DOT site showing this particular kind of weathering on the bridge. Hopefully I got kind of close. The next picture is what it looked like before I got started putting plaster down and stuff like that. Plastered the both sides of the bridge and the back side. There you go. Plan to use this Woodland Scenic rocks. I want to put some rocks in along the back side. Hopefully I can get that done. The next picture is the bridge back install. It's easily taken out. It's not glued in. So there you go with that. Here I'm preparing my roads to put down smooth it. I first put down a 4 millimeter thick cork. I cut it 3 inches wide. I get a big roll from Hobby Lobby. I paid like half price of that, where you get a 40% coupon. The reason I do that, I want my roads to be higher than the surrounding terrain, and I cut it 3 inches wide, and then when I put down the smooth it tape on the edges on each side, the actual smooth it part, or the road surface part, turns out to be almost exactly HO scale 2-lane highway wide. Can't remember the number off the top of my head now, but believe me, it works. When you're doing this, pulling the backing off of that smooth it tape, I don't know, I guess it's made in China too. It comes pretty smooth, and all of a sudden the backing will break in certain spots, and you have to stop and actually cut the tape and then restart the backing, because it's a pain in the butt to try and figure out where it broke, where it came apart at. So you'll see that I'm going to stop here in just a second because the backing broke. I think I'll bore you here for about 30 seconds watching me pour smooth it. So you can, if you never used this stuff before, you can see the joys of pouring and spreading smooth it. Georgia red clay. First you'll see some images of Georgia red clay. You can see the different colors and textures depending on what part of the state you're in of Georgia. I used True Scene fusion fiber, and I colored it with the paints you see there, and that's the result of the mixer I got. And you're going to see coming up next is a few images of the results. I've already started to try and add shrubbery and a little scene stuff to it, but I will be adding some grass and stuff later when I get the whole thing completed. Sorry guys, no trains running today. This is mainly me attempting to do scenery and pretend I know what I'm doing. I don't know if you remember from my past videos or updates, this area right here was all cardboard webbing. Well, I ended up plastering it and painting it, so I didn't have to look at white plaster for any more weeks. Getting kind of fed up with looking at white plaster. You saw me earlier doing this road right here with the Smooth It. I even spilled some down the side there. Oops. But road still needs to be painted. I'm thinking about redoing this bridge. It kind of warped on me, probably because I only painted one side, which was a boo-boo. But I'm thinking about redoing that. You can see it has a natural crown to it. I don't know, that may be good though. I'll think about that a little bit. But this area here, along this area, was the area I was mainly working on. My Georgia red clay area. As you saw earlier, it's just a mixture of that true seamed, I forgot what it's called now since I'm talking about it. But anyhow, it's a true seam fiber stuff mixed with water and red clay. It takes a month of sun to dry. I'm going to be adding more static grass and stuff like that once the whole area really dries out, and I can go back and start doing stuff with it. Even tried my hand at a little ballasting. I started here and went over to that point right there. Try to make it look a little bit more complete. I mean, it's nowhere near complete, but you know what I mean. This area over here, I started putting in the road for my and parking area and drives for my propane industry. And I started doing a little bit of scenery around where I'm going to be setting my country church. Started the area for the parking area. It's going to be more scenery around the church. It's not going to be left like that. This area I'm still going to do like a little swampy area. I'm actually going to have a fence running. There's going to be an entry here for the propane industry that's fenced off, but the fence is going to run along here. First I was going to stop it and do it on this side of that little swampy area I'm planning on building, but I think I'm just going to take it to the other side and run it around behind the church so that that little pond area would be part of the church property. I still have more Smooth It to put down back there and back there. I didn't complete, and I'm debating on how I want to do this area here. I put in my my cork down for the little drive to this industry and the like a parking area for employees, but haven't decided how I want to complete that area yet. And I tried different scenic things. Back here is some woodland scenics. They call it Georgia red clay. It's like a what is that stuff they use that's dyed red? But anyway, I tried it over there and over there. I didn't really like the color. It didn't look right. So thanks to Ed Mosley from Eagle Valley Railroad, he had sent me some actual Georgia red clay that he dried in his oven. I guess it was his oven at home. And so I sprinkled a little bit on there, and that made it a little bit better. I even sprinkled a little bit of it out here. So thank you, Ed. He hasn't put a video out in 11 months, so I'm hoping he's okay. I'm going to be emailing him, telling him that I finally used his stuff he sent me, and hopefully I get a reply. This area right here is going to look like some abandoned businesses. I think I may have mentioned I was going to do something like that. We have abandoned service stations and things like that down south on these 2-lane roads where you see businesses that just disappeared. So there's going to be a lot of weed and bush grown area around those buildings. I went ahead and tried weathering them up a little bit and with some washes and things like that to make them look older. I guess they look older. Let's see if you can zoom. I can zoom in on them a little bit. There you go. And I guess once I start getting the scenery up around them, they'll look a little bit more abandoned. What else did I do here? That's pretty much it in this area right here. The only other thing I did is I slowly panned around, hopefully, My cement aggregate area still looks a mess. Is over here. You saw that was once cardboard and looked like, I don't know what it looked like, but I got tired of that. So I went ahead and plastered that, but I didn't paint it yet. But I did paint this area onto here, you know, and I put in like a slope, I guess you want to call it, down to the river scene, a pond scene, or whatever it's going to be. And I started going along this area back up the hill. The area where you see the gap under the yellow car, I actually want to put a retaining wall in there. So I'm going to try and figure out how to do that. The last thing I did was, this little area, this road leading up, that's going to connect like to a main road up top there. That is just some foam board. Yeah, foam board that I just peeled the paper off. It's going to be like a well-worn, torn road. See, I even got some potholes in right there already because you're going to have like dump trucks and things like that coming down. Dump trucks and cement trucks coming down to this industry. That's going to be tearing up the road pretty good. So I wanted to run some trains through here just to see what, run a train through this scene and see what it looks like. But the ballast and stuff is still really wet, and I wanted to be sure the track was clean, and I got things straightened up before I did that. So next time. So if you've gotten this far, I really appreciate you guys. Appreciate all my new subs. And like if you haven't liked, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, share if you haven't shared, if you feel like it, and be seeing you. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.